Hello everybody and welcome back to another LEGO Honest Review. Today we busted this out of our archive. It is the collector's edition of Slave 1. Now we were specifically requested by Xanderland Studios to review the 20th edition Slave 1.
20th anniversary.
20th anniversary Slave 1. Being that we already had this set, I figured I would bust it out from the archive and go from here, all right? So Xander, thank you so much for making a request. Hope you're happy that we were able to honor it just a little bit. So we're gonna talk about how fun this thing was to build, the overall build quality of this set, and the value. Is this set worth picking up? All right, so let's jump in. Kara, it's been a while since we built this, but I do remember some fun things about this set.
We built this one before we even started doing speed builds for YouTube.
That's right, we did. We built this a long time ago at a galaxy far, far away.
We recorded it with a cell phone.
But the fun parts were you build it in kind of three big sections. You put these side pieces together and they clip onto the frame, and then you put the top piece together and click on the frame, and then this skeletal structure is all there. So I'd say for fun to build, now this is an honest review, I'm gonna give it a 4.5. A 4.5. It was a lot of red and a lot of angles. It wasn't starting to get fun until the end of the build as you got to see it come together.
Yeah.
So, like a lot of engineering infrastructure that's going to be holding it together.
Right.
Not
That's
a lot of,
right.
Yeah.
My favorite part though is Boba Fett and the wings. So Boba Fett's chair swivels inside Slave 1. Up here, the cargo door opens and Han Solo frozen in carbonite is in the set, okay? And then these wings articulate depending on how you're holding the ship. So if you lay this on its back, this gravity will naturally cause these to lay down, which is so
That's slick.
cool.
Yep.
As far as figs concerned, it comes with Boba Fett, Bespin Guard, Han with his shirt untucked. Han in carbonite is considered a minifig in this set, and of course the glorious Boba Fett and a Stormtrooper. Now the Stormtrooper is a last edition of the old Stormtroopers where you could still turn the helmet where the helmet didn't sit so far on their shoulders. So the Stormtrooper is kind of a cool one to have. He's a reminiscent of the good old LEGO days, and he has a blaster that everybody loves as well. All right, now let's move on. What do you give this one for fun to build?
Oh, I agree with you. You said what?
4.5.
Yeah, 4.5. It was. Everybody knows how I feel about ships. I'm more of a buildings kind of girl.
So let's move on to the overall build quality of this set, okay? Now we have a stand here, and it sits on the stand pretty well, but I'm gonna give this one an overall score of 6.5 for the build quality. And the reason why I say that is I've had some issues with like the doors not being able to open or shut, and when you pull on the doors to show them off, these bottom pieces are attached very loosely, and you can see it wiggle here. So I'm super afraid that this set's gonna come apart. And if I ever wanna take Boba Fett out of this kit, I have to pull him out, and it's just, I get nervous every time I do it, because I feel like he's not gonna go back together or something's gonna fall apart.
This is more of a
This is a build once,
piece.
you put it in the cabinet.
It's not a play piece. It's a completely display.
Yeah, for sure.
And up until today, after I put it, we got a glass display case to put this one in. And as you can see, it even was a little bit tricky putting it back in. All right, so that's my score, 6.5, not much to argue about there.
I agree there.
Last but not least, we're gonna talk about the build value. And here's what blows my mind. This set I picked up for $199, and this was before I even was really getting into Legos, and I can't believe the value that this set has skyrocketed for. At $199, I put the value at 8, because it is worth it. It could be more pieces, but it is really big. It's bigger than the Razor Crest, but it's still a lot of money for a set. Now, the thing that's crazy about the value, why I give it an 8, is that it has a ridiculous secondhand value.
Yes.
This is selling anywhere from $450 to $650 in the secondhand market.
And that's used. That's not brand new in the box. Those are used.
Like this one right now, you can get $600
this one
for.
right now, which is absolutely crazy to me. I would never pay that much to be able to build this set, especially with the fact that they came out with a 20th anniversary edition. That is a much better bargain. So if I had to choose between that one and this one, I would go with the 20th anniversary edition. Because to me, I just want to be able to put things in my collection that represent my favorites.
Yeah.
And in this case, I have Slave 1, so that ship is represented. But if I didn't have it, I would pick up an anniversary edition for much cheaper.
I wouldn't go and spend all that money on a used Slave 1.
Yeah, definitely. It's nice to know that the value is there if you do have this set already, but it's really disheartening if you want this specific set.
So to round out, to recap, I give it a a building fun factor of a 4.5. A overall like build quality, I think I gave it a 6.5. And then the value is an 8. All right, so it's a pretty fun set. I'm glad, thank you Xander for requesting it. It was actually fun to bust it out of the display case and actually have a reason to play with it and tinker a little bit. And on the flip side, I did transport it down here without a piece falling off, but I was extremely careful.
All right, well, if you've made it this far into the video, congratulations. You've made it to the end of the video. Go ahead and give it a like if you want to see more content like this in the future. Also, go ahead and check out another video that we have. If you do like this, we're sure you're gonna like that one too, and it really does help the channel by clicking through to another video. Comment down below how you feel about this Slave One, the Collector Slave One, versus the 20th Anniversary one. If that's one that you have, compare, contrast. Which one would you rather have? Subscribe if you're not already. Ring the notification bell to be notified every time we upload a new video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and of course,
May the force be with you.